have a curated selection of products from over 30 local and overseas brands. Discover the best of what's out there all in one place. Head over to the Stack store now and refresh your home.
When you have stayed in a house for quite some time, I think you would want to add a little bit of sparks in the house. That's when I decided to renovate the house. I love to have like a house that have my own character in it and stuff. Hi, my name is Jo. I'm an interior designer. I've been staying in this house for about 10 years. It's a 2-bedroom unit located at Joo Chiat area. The size is about 80 square meter. I decided to renovate the house a year ago because I also want to use my house as an experiment to try out different design, different materials. I think a lot of people love Joo Chiat area. There are a lot of people coming here photographing the conservative house and everything. Quite a fun place and interesting place. You will notice that the house is like a greenhouse because I love green. That's the reason why I chose green for the main color for the house. When I'm doing the designing, I wanted to use plywood as one of the materials beside laminates. I think it's a more sustainable material. I love mid-century, old school, vintage stuff. Having low-key, interesting little details in my design. I think it's the little details, especially those with functions, that makes the difference in the design. It makes you more enjoyable living in the space. The bay window at the living room is converted into a TV display console. Instead of cladding the window above the bay window entirely into using wood panel, fluted glass panel was used to allow natural light comes into the living space. You'll notice that the half-color wall in the living is continuous throughout the entire space. It actually gives you a more consistent design throughout the space. I extended the balcony to create a dedicated dining space in the living. The dining table and the pendant light become the focal point in the living space. I did actually create the archway to actually soften the whole look and feel of the dining space. For the curtain, you will notice that it's without any pelmet. I purposely do that because I wanted the curtain to look like high enough so that the whole space will look tall and more spacious. My kitchen space is not very big. The original door for the kitchen was actually a swing door. I actually changed it to a sliding pocket door. Kitchen is a high traffic area. Micro cement may not be very durable for that. That's the reason why I chose bigger format tiles. I want it to have less grouting so that the kitchen will look more seamless in that sense. Because the kitchen is not very big, I actually try to maximize the usable countertop space by building a pull-out shelf at the side of the countertop. It's not very big, but it's very useful. I chose micro cement for the flooring. By continuing the micro cement throughout the living space and the study room, it actually gives you a feel that the space is more spacious, seamless and clean. The study room was actually a master bedroom. I actually maximized the usable space in the study room. I make use of one of the bay window so that I can build a study table on top without eating into the space itself. And I actually clad the windows with wood panel so that I can build storage above it. I also created little details on the study desk like the pencil niche, and I created a small little sliding panel above the study desk. You can actually have some natural light come into the space. And I actually built an additional door so that both rooms now have an ensuite bathroom. For the common toilets, it's more of a minimalist and clean look. It's more playful in that sense that I built a latch just on top of the sink, and I play with the matching mosaic tiles, something like the Rubik cube. I love this kind of details in the bathroom. I also use micro cement for my shower area, so it looks actually very clean and seamless. The master bedroom also full with bay windows. The surface area is actually quite limited. I actually level up the entire area to the height of the bay window. So I built a platform. With the platform, I actually increased the surface area for the room. And underneath the platform, I actually built understory space. There's actually a very awkward column in the middle of nowhere. I actually decided to tile up the entire column. So now the column is becoming a main feature of the master bedroom. For the master bathroom, I wanted a totally different theme as compared to the common bathroom. I actually go for the English style, so I actually use the subway tiles to tiles half of the wall and using those kind of classic old England kind of fittings for the entire bathroom. The space is not very big. Maximizing the usable space from the very beginning is actually one of the very important elements in my design, but not to the extent that it will compromising the design and the whole look and feel.
Thanks for staying till the end. If you'd like to connect with the designer of this home, visit the link in the description below and find out how you can receive a complimentary $500 Textile voucher.